What's your worst experience with the healthcare system? When my wife was pregnant with our twin boys, the doctors somehow missed her pulmonary hypertension, a heart condition that kills 30% of mothers in labor. We didn't even know she had it till she gave birth 12 weeks early and ended up in a coma. Even worse, when our boys came out, they were blue in the face and needed the NICU immediately for any chance of survival. But apparently, the hospital couldn't put them in the NICU. They needed insurance authorization from our providers before saving their lives. I told her that would take days and my boys were literally purple, but the woman just sighed. I'm sorry, but rules are rules. Without authorization, we're talking about a $400,000 bill you'd be personally liable for, she said, not even looking at my twins. I could hear the heart monitors going crazy. Please, I begged, dropping to my knees. Look at them. Look at them. They're dying. She glanced over for half a second. Sir, getting emotional won't change protocol. I suggest you call your insurance company. I fumbled with my phone, hands shaking so bad I could barely dial. The insurance company put me on hold, while my babies were turning darker blue. 20 minutes of that cheerful hold music while I watched my son Lucas's heart rate drop from 180 to 140 to 110. The administrator, Mrs. Miles, was at her desk eating a sandwich. I ran over, phone still on hold. Please, just start the treatment. I'll pay cash, I'll sell my house, I'll sign anything. Sir, even if you had $400,000 cash right now, we can't accept it without going through insurance first. It's fraud prevention protocol. She took another bite of her sandwich. A young nurse finally broke. Mrs. Miles, those babies have maybe an hour. Jennifer, you're already on probation. One more word, and you're fired. The nurse shut up, but she was sobbing. Other parents in the waiting room were recording on their phones, horrified. One dad stood up and said, Lady, what is wrong with you? Mrs. Miles called security. I need these disruptive individuals removed from the admin area. I ran back to my boys. Ethan wasn't moving anymore. The resident doctor, Dr. Kim, was manually pumping air into his lungs with a bag. I'm buying you time, he whispered. But I can't do the procedures they need. I could lose my license. Insurance finally answered. The representative said they needed to review the case. It's Saturday, sir. Our medical review board doesn't meet until Monday. Monday? I screamed. They'll be dead by Monday. I understand your frustration. I hung up and called back, begging for a supervisor. Another 30 minutes on hold. Lucas started having seizures. Tiny, horrible twitches. His whole body, not even 2 pounds, just convulsing. Mrs. Miles walked over. Sir, if you continue to be disruptive, I'll have to ask you to leave. My babies are dying. Your babies are stable. They're receiving basic support. Stable? I showed her the monitors. This is stable to you? She looked at her tablet. According to our metrics, they're within acceptable parameters for their condition. Dr. Kim couldn't take it anymore. Margaret, for God's sake, those parameters are for adults. These are 28-week preemies. They need surfactant therapy now.